Good morning. This is Giovanni Gallucci, joined by Chloe Dawn and Rachel Donovan, and this is the Daily Trend Report.
Morning, Gio. The Datsun's air conditioning quit somewhere around Alpine yesterday, so I'm running on cold brew and Spite.
Morning, both of you. Spite's a food group in July.
West Texas summer, the great equalizer. Today, what YouTube just did to serialized video, a private label move creeping into clean label grocery, and one brand that sold 600,000 units without a link in bio. Rachel, you're up first.
So Kendall pulled something off YouTube that I think most brands are going to read wrong. YouTube shipped a thing called Creator Shows. You can organize your videos into seasons and episodes now with custom art like a real streaming service.
Right, and the feature isn't the story. What it tells you is the story. YouTube is openly handing more reach to structured, bingeable series over one-off uploads. They're rewarding the season, not the single.
And shorts fit into that how?
Shorts become the trailer. You run a 30-second clip as the hook, and it funnels people into the long-form episode where the real money sits. Kendall had the retention numbers. The bar on a sub-30-second short is now around 65% watched. That's steep.
65% is brutal. Most brand shorts don't clear 30.
They don't, because most brand shorts are a clip of nothing in particular. A trailer has a job. It makes you want the next thing. A random 15 seconds off a longer video doesn't.
And if you miss that retention bar,
The platform quietly stops showing it. So the 65% isn't a suggestion, it's a gate. Which sounds harsh until you notice it's the same gate in front of the giant. He has to clear it too, and he's usually worse at making something you actually want to finish. That number rewards the operator who's interesting over the one who's just loud.
so the small operator move is what? Stop posting one-offs?
Stop posting orphans. Give the audience an appointment. Pick one idea you can run every week. Name it, number it, and build a season around it. A named show is the cheapest owned audience a small brand can build because people come back for the next episode instead of praying the feed serves them the last one.
And the long form pays better anyway.
Materially better per view than shorts across every niche in the report. So you're building the loyalty and getting paid more for the thing that builds it. The giant with the ad budget can outspend you on reach. He can't out-consistency you on a Tuesday.
That's a lot easier to plan than chasing the next viral clip.
Viral is a lottery ticket. A season is a business. One of them you can actually schedule.
Give me a concrete version. What does a named show look like for a brand that sells one thing?
Say you sell hot sauce. The show isn't, here's our hot sauce. The show is one thing we shouldn't have put it on every Thursday. Episode 1, breakfast. Episode 2, a steak a chef said no to. You're not selling the bottle, you're running a series people follow, and the bottle's in every frame. By episode 9, they know the format and they show up for it. That's the gap between a catalog and a habit. 3 things you can do today. 1. Name a show. Take one recurring segment, give it a title and an episode number, and commit to a weekly slot so the audience files you under appointment, not accident.
2. Cut your next short as a trailer, not a highlight. End it on a question the long-form episode answers, so the click is earned instead of begged for.
3. Group everything you've already shot into seasons on your channel. Same footage, new shelving, and the platform reads a library instead of a pile. Okay, my lane. And this one's a shelf story. Kendall had the numbers, and they're bigger than I figured. Grocery chains are building their own private label lines aimed at the companion food crowd. Smaller portions, high protein, high fiber, lower carb. Meijer alone put out more than 120 store-brand products at 5 grams of fiber or better, and called fiber the breakout nutrition goal of the year.
And that's the tell. When the chains build private label around a trend, it stops being a trend. It's infrastructure now. They don't pour that kind of money into a fad.
Co-op launched a whole mini meal range. Morrison's shipped a curated line under 600 calories. This is coordinated, not a one-off.
So here's the squeeze for an independent. Private label is going to sit on that shelf at a lower price, made by whoever won the contract, with the chain's name on the front. You can't beat them on price, and you shouldn't try.
Which is exactly where a lot of small brands panic and cut their price anyway.
And die slowly. The store brand can copy your format, protein, fiber, portion size, all of it, off a spec sheet. What it can't copy is a voice people trust on the subject. Private label doesn't teach anybody anything. It doesn't answer questions. It never shows up in the comments explaining what fiber actually does and why the number on the front matters.
So the independent wins on the education, not the ingredient.
The independent owns the conversation the house brand can't be bothered to have. And I want to be careful with this one. It's a food and portion story, not a medicine story. Nobody's making a drug claim. You're the tastier, cleaner protein and fiber option, and you're the one who actually explains the aisle to a confused shopper.
There's real search demand underneath this, too. People are hunting high-fiber meals on their own.
They are, and that's free distribution if you meet it with a real recipe instead of a lecture. Publish the number. Publish the dish. Let the curious person find you because you answered the question the store brand ignored.
Give me the format, though. What does that look like as an actual post?
A running series. Same 15-second frame every time. The dish. The fiber count on screen. One line on why it matters. Done. Give it a name. Fiber that doesn't taste like cardboard. Episode whatever. You're not making a health claim. You're making dinner look good and putting a real number next to it. The chain's brand will never bother because a store brand doesn't have a personality to spend.
It reframes the whole panic, honestly. The private label showing up is proof the category's real.
It validated your shelf. Now go be the human on it. Here's what to actually do with all of that. 1. Make the fiber and protein numbers the hook of the post. Not the fine print, because the shopper comparing you to the store brand is doing math, and you should do it for them.
2. Build a short recipe series around the meals people are already searching. High-fiber dinners, gut-friendly bowls, and write the caption in the exact words they type into the search bar.
3. Answer the basic questions out loud. Film a 60-second "What is fiber even doing?" explainer and pin it, because the brand on the next shelf over never will.
Last one, and this is my seat. Eddie tracked what actually shipped this week, and one number jumped out. Tarte, the cosmetics brand, moved roughly 600,000 units on TikTok during the app's mid-July shopping push. No link in bio, no go to the website. The whole purchase happened inside the app.
600,000. That's not a campaign, that's a warehouse.
And the lesson isn't the number, it's the plumbing. They use the in-app product tags and the live shopping tools instead of dragging people out to a checkout on some other site. Every click you make somebody take is a door. And at every door, you lose a chunk of the room.
The link in bio has been the default forever, though.
It's the default because we built our habits before the platforms had real checkouts. Now they've got them. The attention is already inside the app. When you send people out, you're asking them to leave the party to go buy a ticket to the party.
So for a small brand that doesn't have Tarte's catalog?
Same move, smaller scale. Turn on the native shop. Tag the product in the video so the buy is one tap from the thing that made them want it. And here's the half the little guys forget. Distribution is content. There was another brand in Eddie's report, Gorgie, that did nothing fancier than post now at Target.
And that works because...
Because a shelf win is a reason to post that also does the retail work for you. You tell your people where to grab it, and you tell the algorithm you're a real thing with real momentum in one post. Small brands treat landing in a store like a press release. It's not. It's a content beat you get to run every single time you land a new door.
What about a brand too small for TikTok Shop or a Target aisle?
Then your distribution win is smaller and you still post it. First wholesale account. First farmer's market that reordered. First coffee shop that put you by the register. Somebody chose to carry you, and that's a story with a location attached. Film the shelf, tag the spot, tell your people it's there. Small proof compounds. 10 of those in a row and you look like a brand on the move, because you are.
So the brands that ate it this week were the ones still doing it the old way.
The ones that ate it were broadcasting at people instead of selling where people already are. If your content ends with, "Go find us somewhere else," you built a billboard, not a store. Put the register next to the show.
That's the whole thing, really. Stop treating the post and the sale like two different projects.
They were never two projects. We just had 2 tabs open. Close one. 3 moves before we wrap. 1. Turn on native checkout wherever you sell and tag the product inside the video so the distance from want it to bought it's a single tap.
2. Treat every distribution win as its own post. New store, new region, new shelf. That's a content beat. So film it and tell people exactly where to grab it.
3. Audit your last 10 posts for the words link in bio. Every time you sent someone off platform to buy, rebuild that post so the buy lives where the attention already is.
That's the show. If all of that, the native selling, the named series, the content that actually moves units, sounds like work you don't have time for, that's the job at gallucci.net. I build the content stack for operators. Short-form video, carousels, the organic social strategy underneath it, and daily shows like this one for brands that want their own. If you want a partner who treats your feed like a storefront and not a scrapbook, come find me, gallucci.net or DM at gallucci.net on Instagram or LinkedIn. Talk tomorrow.